Hi, in this video we are gonna add the Plunger support to our script in Elvira and the Party Monster table, and we will begin to use the flippers. But before that, I want to tell you something about this particular table, something specific to this table, about the solenoids. So when we did the main through, we were having some issues regarding the out hole kicker, and here is the special thing about this. So if we read the documentation, we can see that for a specific solenoid, for example the first one or the second one, there are two options, 02A for the ball eject and 02C for the organ flashers. So that means that two solenoids are driven by the same solenoid slot, and if we look at here this note, actually it depends on the second solenoid, and it's the 12. So if 12 is energized, this is the C that is triggered, and if it's not energized, it's the A that is triggered. So we could do it in Unit3D Pinball. However, keep in mind that sometimes VPM tackle this for us, and if we look at the VP script, we can see that it has been tackled using extra solenoids values. So actually there should be only 2 solenoids, 22 solenoids according to the documentation, and we can see that there are more for this table. So let's keep the VP script reference open, and also we can see that there, although on the previous video I told you that there was no solenoid for the main through inside entry hole, in here actually there is one, and it's the first. So let's add this. Alright, so now what does it mean? It means that if the ball is entering the drain hole, the drain kicker, it will have to wait for the solenoid 1 to be energized to release the ball into the main through. Alright, so now let's talk about the plunger. So plunger has to be done in the same manner that it was in Dr. Jude. So let's just simply add it in the prepare elements. It's as simple as this. You can add plunger behavior, use the add plunger behavior function. You say the name of the plunger. In our case it's just a regular one, so I guess it's only plunger, right? And BX plunger is the behavior name. It's the script that will handle the plunger behavior. However, there are other options, but right now it's just enough to correctly leave the default options. So I will launch it just to try it. And we will see if the main through and the plunger will work with the modification we made. So keep in mind that you have every table is really specific, and we have to make change according to this. So okay, so it starts and we heard the solenoid. It means that yes, the ball has passed through. Okay, right, so let's start part again and just check if the plunger is working. So I press enter. Yes, it is. All right, so now I should be able to start a game. The ball will launch and launch the game using the plunger. Yeah. So the plunger is quite long right now. Okay, the ball is locked, but we'll see that later. I use the debug shot function, and I put the debugger for the. Okay, as you can see, the switch has been triggered, and we heard the solenoid for the ball to come back, right, into the main through, and it's working. All right. So let's see for the flippers. Now, if I use the slot explorer and I press flippers, as you can see, the switches 82 and 84 are triggered. Actually, according to the documentation, it should be the switches 57 and 58 right there. So it's just because default in the S11 drivers, the default functions are the default slots for the switches are 82 and 84. So let's remove those actions. So it's remove mdriver dot remove action switches, and so the parameter needed is for a left flip command and right flip command, and there is in the driver there are some default switches, and it's lower left flip. The number should be the correct flip, so we can see that it's 58 for this one. I guess it's the lower right flip, it's 57, and we have to add the action again. This is the left flip command, and the right flip one. Okay, right flip command. Okay, so let's start using this. So now when we press the flippers buttons, the triggered switches should be 57 and 58, and hopefully this will trigger some solenoids, and we will see it in the slot editor. Oh, so it says that the remove action switch as an action switch function does not take one parameter only, and so indeed we should add also the previous switch value. Sorry about that. Because we can also add different switches values to the same command, so that's why we want to remove only the one with the default values. Actually, we could have done only removing this was not mandatory, but if we left it, switches, for example, if you would have pressed the left flipper button, the switches 84 and 57 would have been triggered both, and that's not what we want. So let's try, so it's working. Let's try the slot explorer and pressing the switch. So now the correct switches are done. Solenoids are not triggered. Maybe we have to launch a game for that.
Hey, let's party!
Okay, so the switches are correctly linked, and we'll try to link the solenoid in the future video. So thank you for watching, and see you later.